Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be doing a foundation review on a new foundation from Covergirl. It's this one right here called the Clean Fresh Skin Milk Nourishing Foundation. If that's something that sounds interesting to you, then definitely keep on watching, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I want to start off by saying that this is not a first impressions foundation review. I have actually worn this foundation on several occasions now, and I've certainly formulated some thoughts. I did, however, want to go through the application process of the foundation and then also take you through a full day wear test so you can see how this is going to look all over my skin. Something that I'm trying to do in my foundation reviews moving forward is to let you know exactly what kind of skin type I have, because that certainly has an impact on what foundations are going to work for me and what foundations won't. I do have oily and combination skin. It just depends on what time of the year it actually is. I also have a little bit of rosacea in this area of my face here. I deal with large pores, especially around this area. I also have issues with texture, acne, and acne scarring. So that's just a little bit about my skin. Now that I've described what my skin type is, let me describe what this foundation is all about. On the back of the package here, it does say that this foundation is supposed to blur imperfections. It's supposed to even out your skin tone, give you sheer to buildable coverage, and give you all day hydration. I've worn this product a total of 5 times so far. Today is actually going to mark the 6th time that I've had it on my skin. To be honest with you, the first 4 times I wore this, it looked like trash on my skin. It accentuated my texture, it highlighted my dry patches, and it didn't do me any favors when it came to coverage. The 5th time I wore it, I actually did something a little bit different, and it's what I'm going to do in today's review because I want to give this foundation the best shot possible at lasting really well throughout the day and actually looking halfway decent on my skin. Essentially what I ended up doing is using my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I very quickly learned that these two products actually play really well together. Unfortunately, this foundation didn't work very well with my Catrice primer, so I can't use those two products together, and that's likely the cause of why the first 4 times of wear my skin looked like trash. So just like with my 5th time of wear, I went ahead and applied this primer on my skin before I went in officially with this foundation. I squeezed out some foundation onto the back of my hand, probably a little too much, but I wanted to show you what the texture looked like, and it definitely is more of a runnier foundation, so I knew that this was going to give me more sheer coverage than full coverage. So when it came to determining what shade I wanted to purchase from the store, I went a little bit darker than what I thought I should purchase. So there is a light color for this particular product, but I ended up going with light medium because I thought it was going to blend out a little bit better on my skin. And I'm so glad I went and purchased this shade, the light medium, because I do think it is the perfect shade match for me. I went in with a beauty blender to blend out the foundation all over my skin, and as you can see, everything went on nicely. I didn't get any patchiness, there wasn't any streakiness with the application of the foundation. It just went on nicely. The only thing you're gonna notice as you're watching my inserts of foundation application is just how cringeworthy the scent of this foundation is, and that is one huge downfall to this. It's like the Huda Beauty foundation. That's a lovely foundation. I mean, definitely heavy duty foundation, but it's got such a fragrant floral scent that makes it, it makes it gross. This foundation here, it doesn't have a floral scent, but the best way that I can really describe it is like oatmeal, but oatmeal that's not fresh and, you know, cinnamony smelling. It's like plain oatmeal that's been sitting on the kitchen counter for 2-3 days. It's kind of turned a little bit. Well, that's what this foundation smells like. It just stinks. And to be honest with you, I just wanted to blend out the foundation as quickly as I could, so I didn't bother to build it up to see if I could get more coverage. And truthfully, any other time I have tried to build this foundation up, it doesn't give me more coverage. It is very, very sheer. What I discovered when I wore this foundation for the 5th time is that I cannot powder this foundation down. Every time I add powder, things just start start to go downhill really fast. So instead, I'm just gonna let my skin breathe with just the foundation on. This is something that I never ever do with any foundation because I always need to powder things down. Obviously, I have an oilier skin type and things start to slip and slide and not look great, but for some reason, this foundation responds really well to just being on its own. It's kind of like a lone wolf product. So what you see on my skin right now is just the foundation. There is no powder, no bronzer, no blush, nothing. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm okay with that because I got ready really fast. Obviously, I'm in studio lighting, so I have a really big ring light that is very powerful shining onto my skin right now, and it's probably smoothing out a lot of the imperfections that I can't quite capture on camera. So what I'm gonna do right now is take you outside into natural light so you can see how my skin actually looks. I just brought you out into natural light because I wanted you to also see what my skin looks like under pretty much overcast skies. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just a little blah out today. But here is what my face looks like. And I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give anything away, but I'm sure you can see for yourself. So if I zoom you in, there is the central part of my face. And I'm sure you can probably see how this foundation is really grabbing onto all of my dry patches. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit more and hopefully I can keep this camera in focus, especially on my cheek area over there and around my nose. I'm really hoping you can see how that's just accentuating texture, accentuating dry patches, which none of my foundations currently do except this one. Ugh. Again, there's the cheek and lower cheek area, lower chin area, I meant to say. And then, of course, my forehead. I don't know, guys. I don't feel good about this foundation at all. Personally speaking, I don't get long-lasting results from this product. Generally, when I apply it, I can get anywhere from 3 to 4 hours of semi-decent wear, meaning the product is still visible on my skin. But then after that, it kind of disappears, and then it's just my natural skin that peeks through. There might be some people out there who prefer that type of wear from a foundation, but personally, that doesn't work well for me. I tend to like a foundation that is going to give me about medium coverage, so I do want to make sure that all of my redness is completely erased from my skin, and I also need something that's going to last for a lot longer than 3 to 4 hours. Nevertheless, that brings us all the way to this point here where I've now had this foundation on for about 45 minutes, and I'm just going to go about the rest of my day, come back in about 3 to 4 hours so you guys can see what my skin is looking like, and then I will deliver all of my final thoughts on what I think about this foundation. I'm gonna see you in just a second. And we are back for the first and only check-in of the day. I have worn this foundation on my skin now for 5 hours, and I am so ready to take off whatever of this foundation is left on my face. Unfortunately, I did not have any success with the wear of this product. I mean, I don't even know if any is left on my face, to be completely honest with you. All of my redness is now peeking through on my cheeks. I did blow my nose once, which is why some of the foundation is missing from my nostril area. My skin just looks horrible. I mean, looking directly into the mirror, all I see is how enhanced my texture is. I don't like the tone. It looks a little splotchy right now, and it's just grabbing on to all of my dry patches. It's just not cute. It's really unfortunate because almost every wear test that I've had, except for the last time that I wore this foundation, have been awful. And that's why, even though this is priced around the $6 or $7 price point, I would not recommend this. I think it is a pile of garbage, and there are so many other better CoverGirl foundations out there. The True Blend Matte Made foundation is wonderful. The Clean CC BB cream, or whatever it is from CoverGirl, it's in a little blue bottle. That one is fantastic. This one here, don't even spend your money on it. There are so many better foundations out there than this one. I would say this is a strong pass. I mean, even the smell, that should have been an indicator that this should have been a pass from the very, very beginning, yet here we are. And that's gonna do it for this foundation review. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know the drill. Give the video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. If you do want to keep up with me outside of YouTube though, I would highly recommend you follow me on all of my social media, which I'll link for you in the description box below. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you are all having an amazing day no matter where you are in the world. Wash your hands, stay beautiful, keep everyone safe, don't leave your house, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.